guys, most of the time I face a lot of people claiming macro as one of the most, I would say, difficult way of using or manipulating, or I would say uh, explaining data, okay, in terms of how we can show data or how we can play with data using macros. However, I would just like to take you through a very simple step on how to start learning to use macros in a very simple way. Okay, so it's not that hard to learn how exactly we can use macros on day-to-day basis. However, it's definitely important to learn the basics first, right? So I just want to take you through this particular empty sheet of data, wherein I would like to use a very simple macro, which will teach you, okay, which will in fact guide you how to color the boxes, in fact the cells. Let's first border the cells. Okay, I'll just use the basic shortcuts to border the cells. This is one cell that I've bordered, that is G4. Okay, the other cell that I will be bordering is J4. So what I'll do is I'll just use the format painter, take it across to J4, right? So here we go, we have two new boxes now, which is supposedly in fact which has to be colored. So I can first of all easily use the color button, okay, the color option, to fill these boxes with colors, right? But that's very, I would say, easy, right? To make your approach to Excel a bit more dramatic, or I would say a bit more attractive, what you can do is you can simply, so now without wasting much of our time, let's go and just check how can we do that. Okay, so first of all, I will just take you through the option where macro can be viewed. That is, go to the option panel and go to the view. Okay, and once you go to view, you can see that there are macros right out here, macros. So go to the drop down option, and there is an option called record macro. Okay, before I just click on the record macro, I just want to make you understand what exactly macro is all about. Okay, so see, I bet you all have a phone, that is a smartphone, wherein you can just, if you just open the camera option and go to the video section, you have an option to record a video, and when you click that option, the camera takes in all the information that it faces before it, right? And once you click on the stop option, it just stops recording the video, and it saves that file to some place where you can access it. Now, in the same way, the macro also works. Okay, you have to record by clicking the record macro, that is this option, and whatever you do after you click the record option will be saved in the form of a code, right? In the form of, I would say, a kind of an HTML code, however that is called a VBA code, right? So once you click on record option, everything will be recorded, whatever you will do till the time you stop the recording, and every time you click you run that macro, the same thing will occur again and again and again. All right, so let's see how it works. Okay, let's click this one, record macro. Okay, so this out here, you can just name the macro. Okay, let's see, make me, I would say, paint me red. Okay, and we can also assign a shortcut key. However, let's not go into that because that will make this a slight complicated. So let's not complicate things. And now store macro in this workbook. So let's not fiddle with this one as well. So let's click on OK. Now, when you have already given an option that okay, now the macros started recording, right? Now go to the home page, and as we have decided that it should make the cell red, so let's take this color. Okay, now it's done. Let's go back to the view button and stop recording, because what we were supposed to do was just to paint the selected cell as red. We've already done that, right? Okay, so now we've already completed the I would say the coding section, wherein we didn't even write a single line of code. However, the Excel did it for us. We just asked them to just transform this physical activity, I would say the external activity, to convert it into a code and save it as per the name we have given to the macro, right? So now what we'll do is we'll insert, because every time you have to use a macro you have to give it a command button. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll just go to shapes, and a very simple shape that is one of my favorite, that is this one. Okay, we'll take this one out here, and now we'll just edit its text to paint it red. Okay, so now just to format shapes, fill in, okay, let's not do whatever I was doing, and just right click on it. There will be an option which says assign macro. Once you click on it, you'll get the list of the macros that you've already created on this particular worksheet, and out here it is paint me red, right? So just click on OK. Now if you, as we've already painted this red, okay, so now we can just click on this one, the target cell, as our new cell to be painted, and we don't have to go all the way and do the macro thing all the way again. So what we need to do is we have already done that once. We have saved that action to this particular I would say image or the shape. So once you click on this button, this one, and just click to paint it red, so whenever you go and whatever you do, it always paints the cell as red. And if we just go further and just change the color coding in the code, it'll just change the colors, right? And I'll just show you how it changes. This, press Alt plus F11, right? So in your keyboard that'll give you this. Okay, and once you click on this one, and the modules will show. So this is the color code which actually the Excel uses for red. Okay, so there are various list of codes, I would say different numbers for different color shades or different colors, so we can just manipulate it by just changing the color code. I'll just try changing it. I'm not sure whether it will change right now or not, but if I do this, okay, if I do this and just ask this to run it, it won't change because I've not saved the workbook yet. So in this case, this is all the macro has to offer as of now about this particular module, right? So you've already used it, you already know. So if you just select multiple cells and paint it red, it'll all make it red, right? So you can use this particular repeating mode every time you want to repeat a single step for time and again, instead of just going it and doing every sort of things like manually doing everything, like coloring the text boxes or decoloring the text boxes back to white or whatever you like, right? So this will all be for now, and if you want some more tips or some more tricks to be done on Excel, I'll be happy to help. So what you can do is you can just click and like, comment and subscribe, and leave a comment so that I can know what exactly you want to know about Excel and how exactly you are planning to go about it. So this is all for now. This is Arpan. You have a nice day across.